Hello Hoopers, Roro here from Project Hoop, and I'm uploading these videos that I originally taught as online classes during COVID-19. I'm sure you can appreciate that the quality of them is not amazing, but it's not about that. It's about making hula hoop accessible to anybody and everybody who would like to learn. So I hope you enjoy these videos and happy hooping. Bye bye.
Yes, fantastic. I'll start again. This is a rolls class. And I'm trying to make it a little bit different to stuff that I normally go over, but I also appreciate there are people who aren't always here in classes. So I'm going to see kind of what you've got and then take it from there. It seems to be the fairest way of doing things. So I'm going to ask you to show me your chest rolls, okay? So let's see your chest rolls, please. Nice. Oh, there, nearly. Good. Not bad. All right. Okay. We've got some strong contenders. What we're going to do is we're just going to go over the basics of your chest roll, your back roll, and then we're going to kind of, as we normally do, layer on as we go, all right? So you know, if you are stuck, please shout out, unmute yourself, let me know, and I will help you as best I can. I've brought the camera slightly lower so you can get a good look at what's going on as well. Okay, we're going to start with a chest roll. We're going to talk about 3 sections. I'm not going to bore you with stuff you already know. Section 1 is your dominant hand. Section 2 is your chest, obviously. And section 3 is your non-dom hand, the one that you're going to catch with. Okay, so we're going to start with section 1, and we're going to hold our hoop. I'm using a 30. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this area. So we're going to use between our thumb and our index finger. Going to hold the hoop out so my palm is kind of facing forwards. And I'm going to practice pulling the hoop up just using my thumb and my index finger. So if you hold it in between those, so I've got my thumb on top, my index underneath, and I'm cranking it up. So you want to really hitch it up to that little fleshy bit there that kind of runs where your thumb is, yeah? And that's kind of going to create a little bit of a runway for your roll. Okay, so it's out, and you're going to bring it up, and you're going to really feel it pull up onto that area. So really give it some power. If you haven't got any power here, your roll is not going to go far, because what you'll end up doing is you'll end up just falling off because it won't have enough, or you're going to end up bringing your arm up and compensating for what you're not doing at the start. Okay, so you want to really bring it up to that point. Choose your dominant hand. You want to keep your arm nice and straight. Your arm doesn't want to be bent at the elbow. And what you're going to do is when it comes up to that point, you're going to release it. You're going to, that's it, Emily's done it. You're just going to release it, and it's going to fly down your arm. Don't bend your arm, nice and straight, and everything needs to be coming from the finger and the thumb. Nice. Izzy, good. Nice. Emily, good. Nice. Julia. Mel, good. Nice. Helen, let's have a look. Nice. Good, Becky. Cool. Okay, we're rolling. That's good. Okay. Number 1 is the starting point is your hand. Make sure it's got enough there. If it hasn't, it won't travel. Number 2, all we need to do is we just need to tilt our head out the way. And when I tilt my head, I just kind of pull over to where my shoulder is, the top of my shoulder, so my chin's kind of above there. And that will take my face out of the way and allow it to pass across my chest. You want to be actively opening your chest area. All right, so you want to be opening up underneath your armpits and opening that chest area. If you're like this, hunched down, then it's not going to go over your chest nicely. And if you're all the way pulled back like this, the chances are when you roll to here, it's going to bump, all right? So don't do that either. As it goes across your chest, you're going to extend your other arm and you're going to catch it. Nice and straight. Good. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good. That's it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And when I catch it with my palm down. So palm facing forwards, roll, head out of the way, and palm is down. And when I catch it, I purposely catch it in between that finger and thumb. It will just fall there. Okay, so don't, if you can, we're gonna go nice, nice. That's it, let it just fall down into that area. So show you a nice close up. So this is my receiving hand. It's gonna come over. Oh, no it's not, it's gonna miss completely. Oi, because it always does when you do a close up. And I'm just gonna let it fall into that area. So I'll go again. It's because I'm letting in the corner, there we go. So it will just fall down and then you've caught it the exact way that you start it. All right, and once we're there, we're gonna go back. Okay, so we're gonna go across and then back. And I want you to try and catch it in the same way that you start. Nice. Okay, if you're kind of not confident with rolls and this is kind of your first time, then catch it however you want at the minute, but we want to be going for the same catch as the start. So over, catch, send it back over, and you want to see how many you can do. So my right hand is my dom hand, so that's the one that's going to be like easier. My left hand is my non-dominant hand, so that is the one that's going to be a little bit more tricky. Nice. Good, Gia, that's good. That's good, Izzy, as well. You've got lift off. You didn't have lift off before. I know that was a bit of a face off, but it's fine. Nice, that's it. Really nice, Helen. Good, good. Nice. So look, Becky. That's it. Good. Try and keep your arm a little bit higher up when you start. I'm looking at Mel. Oi, a little bit more power at the start. Let's give it a bit more warm. Some more zhuzh. That's it. Good, good, good. Okie dokie. Now let's have a go at doing that on the back. Now sometimes people will say the back's easier. This might be you. This might not be you. Let's find out. So I'm going to do it same as I did before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to nod my chin as opposed to sending it to the top of where my shoulder blade is. I'm just going to touch the top of my chest and the hoop is going to be allowed to go behind me, and then I'm going to extend my left arm, which is my non-dominant arm, and I'm going to catch it. Okay, so same thing, up, behind, catch. Okay, so same thing, nice, good. So you want to keep your arm nice and straight when you start. So nice straight arms. Ooh, and straight arms will help you. If you've got bendy arms, it's going to bounce. Nice. And another thing, you want to resist the urge to do. So if we start with a nice straight arm, it will roll nice and straight. And then when we extend, we're nice and straight, we'll be able to catch it nice and straight. So again, over, extend. It should be nice and smooth. Good. Now I'm going to just go over some common things that I can see people do or are doing. So one of the things is your arms are not straight. So you're ending up with you either moving one arm up and one is down, or when you roll it, you roll and then you bring this arm up like that. So it's just going to miss you on your back. Okay, so arm nice and straight, and as you feel it go behind you, just extend and catch. Better, and try not to miss out part of your back when you do it, so you create like this valley behind you where it was going to fall down. So pull straight, so your arms are straight at the side of you, they're not back like this. And that's one of the things that we need to resist the urge to do when we do a roll, is doing this way thing like this or way thing like that, because it's just going to bump. all over the shop. Alright? Okay. Cool. So I'm going to add in another dimension, and that's just for people who want to take it. Okay? So don't feel like you have to. Okay, so the next dimension is you're just going to do a little chest to back illusion. So you're just really concentrating on one arm. Some of you might have come across this before. So I'm going to roll it, and as it comes up to this area here, I'm going to turn towards the hoop and catch it with the same arm. So it's here, roll up, turn, catch. Yeah, roll up, turn, catch. So I'm rolling up with my right hand. I roll up to this point here, just as it's about to go behind me or in front of me. I'm going to turn towards the hoop. It's going to roll behind me because I've turned, and I'm going to catch it in the same hand. So this is a one-armed trick. Nice, Izzy! Very good! Okay, so don't move before it comes to you. Remember, you are turning in towards the hoop. You're not turning away from it. Beautiful, nearly, Helen. Nice, sorry to look. I've got plenty to be showing. Wait. Nice, nearly, Mal, nearly. Emily, let's see you, hun. Nearly. Okay, so this one is one that really messes with people's minds. I'm just going to make it really simple for you, and please listen, because you will overthink it and then make it way more complicated than it needs to be. And I can see Helen is smiling because she's like, yeah, I know this. Okay. The arm that you start with, this arm, not coming to the party. Just get it out of the way, yeah? The arm that you start with, as you roll up, and it's coming to this point, so it rolls up, I see it's coming towards here, so it's when it's on my arm and it's coming towards where the top of my shoulder is, I turn in towards it, and it will go down the other, it will go down the same arm, so you go in, turn, so roll up, turn in towards it, this way, so your right arm ends up over on the left side, but it's still your right arm. Does that make sense? Right arm on right side, roll up, coming up to this area, turn in towards the right, in towards my right hand, hoop goes behind me, my right arm goes from being on the right side to the left side, and it rolls down, and I catch. Yeah? So just think, roll it up to here, up to where your shoulder is, turn in towards it and catch it with the same arm, same hand. And don't turn before it started rolling towards your shoulder. Nice, nearly Emily. You've got it nearly. You've got to let it come up to this point, and then you've got to move with it. Nearly, and you've got to let go of it, so nice little roll, turn in towards, and catch. Not quite. So I'll show you from behind again. So I'm going to roll, turn in, and catch. Roll, turn in, and catch. Roll, catch. Nice, Helen. Nearly got it. Okay. Now there's a few little things we can do with our feet that can help. Okay, so if this helps, do it. If it confuses you, don't do it. Not everybody's the same. I'm going to say, you said do that and it didn't. Okay, so here we go. Right leg, right side. Okay. Because I'm going to roll to here and turn in, if I cross my left foot in front of my right one, it can allow me to do a very quick turn. So I want you to embrace your inner Michael Jackson, yeah? So just left leg over right and turn. But you're not going to do a full turn where you're going to come back to the front. It's half a turn. So you're just going to turn so your back is facing where your front was facing before. Okay, so have a little go at that. As it comes to that shoulder, add that turn. You gotta let it go. Let it go. and as it rolls, it's rolling over your front. Sometimes I don't want to. It's rolling over towards your chest. Don't roll it towards your back. Roll it towards your chest and just do that turn and don't overthink it. Nearly! Nice, Mel. That was good, that was good. Nice. Okay, then I'll just add in the other dimension to that, and then we're going to move away from those because they are some things I've taught before. You can then turn that into a matrix roll if you wanted to. So again, only try this if you are comfortable trying it. If you're not comfortable trying it, don't do it. Don't do anything that makes you uncomfortable, okay? So it's in my right hand. Same thing with the fancy footwork. But what we're going to do is you're going to be catching in your left hand. So I'm starting with my right, I will catch with my left. I'm going to do a turn in the middle. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing before I explain it. So I've got my legs poised. Yeah, I'm going to swing up, turn and catch. Right hand, left hand. It's the left hand that has caught the hoop. Yeah? So roll. Oops, daisy. So make sure you've got it crossed over. Roll up to this point. As you get to that point, turn up, turn around, and catch in your other hand. Alright? It is tricky, but the footwork will help you. So I go left over right, ready. As soon as I roll and it comes to go past my shoulder, I'm going to turn and do a full turn. So I'm not doing a half turn where I've just gone from front to back. I'm going to do a full turn. So if you want to practice doing a full turn, where I come back to the starting position, and that's what's going to allow you to catch it in that other hand. Okay, so you can just practice that turn. Nice, Mel, good turn. Okay, so it is tricky, so work on the one you're working on. Don't feel like you have to do the whole buffet if you aren't that hungry. It's cool, don't worry. There we go. Nice, Izzy. That's good. It was the same arm though. That was good. Yeah, it's good. So as you do your full turn, extend that other arm ready to catch it. Looking at that. Whoop. Okay, so if we stay nice and straight when we do it, we won't bump it out the way either. So we keep ourselves nice and straight. We will not bump it out the way. If we're bent or we make ourselves small or anything like that, it's going to bump. Which is not what we are after. Nice. Cool. So you've got two things there that you can add on to your chest roll and your back roll. Keep practicing, it's fine. So you've got the one hand, yeah, where it's an illusion. If you put out the other arm whilst you do it, you'll see what I mean by it's an illusion. So if I turn like that, it looks like I've done some crazy ass trick that I didn't really do, yeah, because it was just the one arm doing it all along. Ta-da! Or we can actually have both arms involved, where we're going to do a full rotation, and we're going to roll up, rotate, and catch. Questions? Any questions? No? No? Okay, good. Yeah, take some time. Fancy footwork helps, so just practice going half a rotation, that's just for the illusion because it's with your one arm, or the full rotation if you're going for it. And remember, you're rolling like you're doing a chest roll, and you want to let it roll a little bit more and then try and move. So Julie, roll it a little bit more, let it go a bit more, and then do your turn. Let's have a look what happens. Let it go. That's alright, too late. It's alright, we all have these moments. Nice. Good, it's tricky. Nice, cool. Good. Alright, let's play with some other things. Yay, okay. So I'm going to very quickly demo how to do a nice little 3D roll. And kind of show you how you can do like a flip with one arm. And then we're going to have a go at doing some reversals and taking it out, and some elbows and some behind the whip. You'll see. So nice and simple, let's start. I want you to show me your zombies. Show me a zombie. If you can, bring your zombie down. There we go, pick up your hoop. Okay, take away one arm. There we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll. So our arm is at an angle because it's half a zombie arm. So we're gonna roll up our arm and this angle, and we're gonna allow it to kind of come whoosh up onto our chest, and then put the other arm out and catch. So I'm gonna go up, whoosh, and then catch. All right, so we're rolling inwards onto our chest. You can bring your arm up a little bit just as you let it go. So as soon as I start to do my roll, I can bring my arm up a tiny bit, and it will go, that's it, nice Emily, it will go onto your chest. And you're just gonna have these kind of zombie arms that are just kind of at the bottom. So roll inwards, so it's kind of rolling up on a curve of the inside of your arm. So up, and when you catch it, send it back the other way. And you can just practice it with the one arm, because you will find it will come up with the one arm just up onto your chest, and then you can add the other arm in. Nice. So tilt yourself a little bit more, you want to be more at an angle. So I'm not rolling up my arm is not straight, I'm not rolling like that, I'm rolling like that. So it's at an angle. So one, up, catch, one, and then you can just add the other arm. And the same. The other way. Up, catch, roll up, catch. Nearly. Nice, that's it. And just as soon as you start to do your roll, just bring your arm up and just up a little bit. Just let it come up a bit, and that will give it the zhuzh that it needs. You don't want to bring it too far up because you want to create this illusion. You want your roll to be down here. You don't want it to come up all the way. So you just want it to, that's it, and then okay, now with that. Nice, that's nearly an arm flip. We're going to come to that. Cool. Yeah, so up, because you're rolling up on the inside of your arm, it's going to come up to this point. We'll do like a skid, and you're going to put the other hand out and catch it. So up, skid, catch, up, skid, catch. So arms not too far apart, remember we're a zombie. So down, rolling up on the inside, and you're rolling the same way that you do normally, so you're using that thumb and that forefinger to push it up. You can bring your arm up a little bit as you do it, and you go onto your chest, and then just put your other arm out and catch it. Nice. Good, that's good, that's good. Good. So make sure you are rolling it, you're not throwing it. Nice. I'm going to add in this little flip thing as well because it kind of pairs well with what you've just been doing. So if you've just got the one arm, you can roll up on your one arm, and as you roll up, you can take your arm up with the hoop on it. So the hoop's on it, I bring my arm up, and then as the hoop flips, I put my arm underneath it and catch it. So roll up, pull out and down. So the hoop should flip and you're not bopping it. So it's just roll up, turn, catch. It's just doing the same roll but on your one arm. Okay, so it's a bit tricky. So I'll show you from this angle. Here we go. So I'm going to roll up. Yeah, so as soon as I roll up, I bring this arm out, bringing it up into the air, and then the hoop's going to flip, and as the hoop flips, I bring my arm down and put it underneath. So roll, arm is up and under. Nice. And you've got to let it do that little flip. So it's kind of a bit like a coin flip. There's always a sneaky one in there somewhere. That was some like judo stuff that Izzy was just doing. Nice. And look at Mel. Really? So if I do it without the hoop, so you can kind of see, so I roll, I bring my arm up, the hoop flips, and then I bring my arm underneath and catch it. So it's roll, out, up, down. Roll, out, up, down. You've got to let it roll. That's it. Don't try and attack it. Bit one with the hoop. Nice and smooth. So up, whoosh, catch. Nice little flippy, foldy, rolly thing. So we're still rolling the same way that we roll with a chest roll. So we're using that thumb and index finger. Arm is a little lower down, my arm isn't down here. My arm is not all the way up here because then I would struggle to bring it up and back down again, and gravity would mess everything up. So have your arm lower down, roll up, and then remember your arm is coming out, and then as the hoop flips it's underneath again. And it's a nice little thing you can play with, and then you can take it from that into one of those boys as well. And go up, and then we can Nice. I quite like these little 3D roll things because I think they're like a hash pipe trick with a hoop and without a hash pipe and without a skateboard, but that's how my brain works. Don't know about yours. So yeah, because it kind of just goes up onto there. If there's any skaters in here, you probably want to murder me. That's fine. Okay, nice. So go easy with the arm movement. So when you don't have to compensate for the flip. You just roll, pull out and under. It needs to be nice and calm. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes less is more. And just on, this is one of those rare occasions. So it's like less. Normally it's more. Nice. No shame from this angle. I'm still looking at you guys as well. Don't worry. No, not bad, not bad, not bad. So a little lower down, Mel, and then just roll up, under, roll up, under. Just look at it like that. Roll, arm comes up, and then it comes underneath to catch it. You can also play with two at the same time, but we're not going to go there today. Nice, careful. So yeah, remember, low down, roll the same way that you roll when you're doing a roll. So just doing the way that I showed you. Okay, roll up, turn and catch. Nice, nice, nice. We've all done really well. Good, good. Little arm flip, love an arm flip. Right, let's have a look at a little bit of a break reverse, and then we're going to go into some elbow stuff. So, nice break reverse. Love breaks. Okay, I'm going to roll my hoop, and I'm going to actively roll it to this area, okay, which is my face, where my chin is and my top of my shoulder blade is. So I'm not going to roll with it completely straight out like this. I'm going to roll it so it's kind of, my hand is not quite straight. Can you see that? So this is straight, and now my hand is kind of not quite straight. And I'm going to stand with the hoop, I'm going to roll it to this area, and I'm going to roll, it's hard to slow down. I'm going to roll and catch the hoop there. Okay, so I've done a roll and catch. And because I've rolled slightly off skew, so because I've gone slightly not straight, I'm able to do that. I just catch it between here. It's not going to be here long. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to stop it. So as long as it can get to that point, all right? And I'm going to show you the next bit just in case that helps with this bit. Okay. So arm is not completely straight, but it's not like this. That's bonkers. Yeah, it's here. It's just slightly off straight. I'm actively rolling towards this area. So look at it. Roll up to there, catch it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees and let it go around the back of your neck. So your head is going to go in, obviously, because you've caught it in that area. And then you're going to bend your knees down because you're going to get this kickback from it. So as you roll it, there we go. We're all eager. We're all eager to go there. Come on then, let's go there. So I'm going to roll it, catch it. I'm going to bend my knees. It's going to go around the back of my neck. I'm only going to let it go around the back of my neck, one rotation. Okay? Then what I'm going to do, as the bulk of the hoop is in the air, yeah, I'm going to extend my arm, my dominant arm, which is my right, which is the one I started with. I'm going to pull my head back and open my chest up, and it will roll back down the arm that I started with. Okay, so roll up, round, out. Try again. Pull up, out. Careful. Nice. So you really want to, as it rolls towards you, you want to really push down. This is why you want to really bend your knees, because you really want to give it a crank down. And as it swings around, it's going to make contact with this arm, and I'm going to pull my head back and allow it to roll down there. You can have it go around your neck a few more times if you want, but I think it's always best to just be like pretty quick and dirty with it and just let it go around once. And if you make contact with the arm as it goes around your neck, that will help with it going back. Nice. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Nice. Oh. Nearly. So remember, we're breaking it and sending it in the other direction. So like, I only give the little bit, so if you get to that bit and you're like, oh my god, I need the next bit because otherwise I'm going to lose the bit that I just got, that's why I give it. But if you want to just bring it to the bit where we just break it, so if you want to just be like, roll, break, down, then you can just drill that bit. And you need it to be a nice catch. You want to catch it real nice. And then just swing down and open and pull out. Okay, so we're really extending that arm, pulling our head back and allowing it to come down. Yeah. So remember, you've got to allow it to go around your neck. So stop, wee, around your neck. And then as it's coming back up, so as the hoop's coming in the air, so it comes around, that's when you're standing up and opening up that arm. You want to make contact with the hoop and the arm so it will roll off it. And if you bend your knees, it will help you really get that bounce on it. Nice. That's good. Let's have a look. Okay, so Mel, I would straighten up a tiny bit because you're quite turned in towards it. You're rolling like this, which is quite difficult. So just straighten out a little bit and just move your arm more at a kind of angle than having your body at the angle. It's a toughie. Oops. So make sure you catch it. So roll up. Whee. Roll up. Catch it. Down and out. And try and keep everything kind of, you don't want to go like heavy metal on it. You want to, yeah, because that's how it flies off and that's how we hurt things and ourselves, and yeah, so just be careful of that. Bend your knees, swing down, just really swing into it, because as you come out you want to just be able to pull back and let it come down that arm. So don't go too Aussie. It's about control. Nice. So as I want to come out of it and it's coming down, it goes around, and then as I'm swinging out to the left, and it's going around, it's coming up, I'm going to come up, pull my head back and open that arm out. So we're going to roll up, down, wee. That wasn't as smooth as the rest, but we can't move more. Alright, do you want to give your heads a rest? You're like, yeah, that's enough head banging. Yeah, we're all banging our heads against the wall daily, so let's just park that for a bit. Cool. Takes a while to get. I learned it off Told Francie. She's really good. She taught me that. Find her on Instagram. She's cool. Okay, that's like a little break reversal. Let's get some elbows involved in stuff. Now, I've got different variations for this, so we've got intermediate, we've got more advanced, so choose what you need as you need it, please. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll dominant hand, and I'm going to roll actively onto my left elbow. Okay, so as the hoop is going to come up and it's going to come here, I'm going to, instead of having my arm go out, to catch it, I'm going to put my elbow in. I'm not going to put my elbow in over here at the end. I'm going to put my elbow in as close as possible to the last bit of the hoop that will go past me. I'm referring to this as the first part of the hoop that will go past me, and this is the last part. And you'll see what I mean, because when I roll, this bit number one this bit number 2. So roll, elbow in, and then actively pushing with my elbow, and my elbow is in front of me. So let's have a little go with that. Whoops. Nice. So it's kind of a ducking, really, essentially what you're doing, but you're doing it with your elbow. Nice. So we're gonna roll, and instead of extending that arm, I'm gonna bring my elbow into the hoop, and I'm gonna catch it, and then I'm gonna start pushing into it. If you can't do it on your elbow, practice that first. Yeah, if you want to just like start the hoop swinging in a lasso position, get your elbow, look for the gap in the hoop, obviously, and put your elbow in, and then start pushing, and my elbow is folded and my palm is facing in towards my arm. So if you're not very good at elbow hooping, then just give that a blast. There you go, you got it. And then look for that gap. I did intend on teaching it that way. I was like, I'll do elbows first. I was like, but it rolls, it seems wrong. Okay, so then look for the gap, and then you can put your other elbow in. Yeah, so my elbow is in front of me. Are we all okay with that? Nice. That's it. Keep yourself nice and straight when you're doing it as well. So nice and straight. Start on whichever hand you want to. I'm just going to start with my left. I'm not left-handed. I'm just doing that. So any hand you want to, it's fine. Right. Gap, 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 gap. Put elbow into gap. And off the hoop goes. You can kind of, you put the elbow in and the hand, they meet. Yeah, so I've got this, and I bring my hand in close towards my elbow closer to my hand, and I transfer. And I keep myself straight, don't be bending over. So nice and straight. Oops. Elbow in, there we go. And I can look for the gap, 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 and put my other elbow in, and just make sure you can keep it on an elbow at least. And that elbow needs to be your dominant elbow if you're just going for a one-armed version, because you're gonna have 2 things to do. Okay, cool. Elbow hooping. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Let's do this. Gonna roll and catch it on my other elbow. So roll on. Yeah. Cool. Then I'm going to pass. So it's on my non-dominant elbow. So I didn't start my roll on this hand. I'm going to pass to my right. And I'm going to have my left arm out. And as the hoop is swinging round, I'm going to pull my arm back. So I'm going to open up this area underneath. Yeah? Where my armpit is, so I'm going to pull back, a bit like an archer kind of pulling, so you're just going to pull back, and then as the bulk of the hoop is going up to the top, you're going to push it down onto this arm, taking that elbow out. So pull back, create some space, you're going to see it come around at the top, and then I'm going to send that down onto that open arm. And there are like a million ways you can get into this. Okay. Which we won't go into today. Yeah. So my hoop's going anti-clockwise as I'm doing it. And as the bulk appears at the top, that's when you're going to allow it to go down that arm. And I'm going to show you a variation as well. So I'm going to either, if you're not familiar with like elbows, then just start on an elbow instead of adding the roll. Start with your dominant elbow, and then have your other arm out straight. Hoops going anti-clockwise. When the bulk appears at the top, you're going to push down onto here. So you can start when it's kind of coming up to the top, and you're going to take your elbow out and push it down. it. Nice. So really pull back and open it. So pull that elbow back. And then bring. Nice. That was good, Izzy. That was good. 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 That's good. Do what you can. Do what you can. You got it. We're going to do the one arm thing. There we go. That's it. Nearly. Nice. Julie. Nice. There. That's good. Like it. So look at Mel. Becky, so that's it. Turn and face the elbow. So if we're starting it at the side, back, we're going to turn and face it, and now it's at the front. And then we're going to have that arm out, so from a different profile for you. And then as it's swinging round, it's coming to the top. I'm going to pull, stretch back, opening up that armpit, and we allow the hoop to roll down that arm. Nice! Okay, I'm going to add in the advanced version of this. There's two advanced versions of this. So the advanced version of this is you just roll from this arm onto this elbow. Yeah, so one arm, one elbow. So I'm going to go with my right, yeah, onto my right elbow. Watch me not mess this up. There we go. I'll start again. So we can go up. Wait, that's not very good. It's alive. So up and on. There we go. All right. Now the way that I do this is I start my roll, and you've got to be quick with it. I'm going to start my roll, and as it starts to go, so as it's left part of my arm, so it's left my hand area, what I'm going to do is slowly start to pull away the area that it's left. Okay, and then I'm going to very quickly, as I start to see the first part of the hoop come to my first eye, yeah, on my right side, so my right eye, I'm then going to bring this elbow in, so it goes from being outside to coming in, and it's going to catch the hoop, and then I'm going to actively push into it. So I'll try and show you from this way. She says, she lived in a bigger house. There we go. Yeah. So it's tricky. It's tricky. It's very, very tricky. This is the advanced. So you've got to kind of go with it. So you've got to roll up and on. So as soon as you roll, you take that arm away and you put it into that gap. Actively pushing into it. Nice, Mel. That's good. Becky, face that hoop. Face the hoop. Face the hoop. Not at the side. You've got to do it from the front. So make sure. Oh. Nearly. I reckon you can get this. Nice, nearly, nearly, nearly. Give it a bit more power. Nice, nearly. Nice, Helen. You want to give it a bit of power. Power will help. So look, Izzy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good with that. We're good with that. Right. So if you find that it goes a little bit slack, you've not got enough power at the beginning. That's what's going on. Or one of the things that I see happen a lot is people go, you kind of like, you go with it, and you're like, that's not the intention. You want it to get onto here, so you can't move your elbow away from it. You've got to kind of stop it. So you've got to be up, and that was really bad. There we go, and in, and you've got it. And then what you can do is you can just go straight from that into what we did when we did the whole passing thing. So we don't even have to do a pass if we don't want to. Okay. I've written down loads for this lesson as usual. So, so I'll just give you a minute to kind of get your head around that. Marvellous. Yes, Julie. You've all got the one elbow thing pretty much. Let's have a look. Becky, yes. Whoop. So yeah, try to move with it. Okay, so you just spot the gap with it. So I'm going anti-clockwise, right, on. So if you just want to play around with the elbow stuff, you do it there. And then with the roll, remember as it leaves your arm, you bring your arm up and you put it into that gap. And you try not to run away with it. You want to keep your arm in this area because you want to stop it and then you want it to start going around it. Nice. Okay. Alright. So there's another super advanced version of that. Right. So we've got the going on the front. Yeah, so we've got the, hey, there we go. Isn't that nice? We can do that behind our back. Yep. So what I'm going to do is let's demo from the one. So if I go up, that wasn't very good. Start again. So I'm going to go up, and then it's here, and then can't keep it here too long because it starts to go slanted. But I'm going to pull that and send it down behind my neck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's not worked. Hold on. Alright, so it's really hard. And it's hard because it's hard to slow it down and explain it, because the longer you keep it here, the more I find that your hoop will start to go at an angle. So if you hold it here for ages, you're going to be knackered. Yeah? So you want to let it go around your elbow a few times, like 3 times most, and then you need to launch it. And the way that you're going to do it is, as it's on here, you're going to put your head forward. You're going to pull this back, and as the hoop is coming around, you're going to push it onto the back of your neck and then catch with your left hand. Okay, so if I show you from behind, you might be able to see a bit better. So I'll make it a bit easier for myself. So here we go, and then it's, yeah, so you are releasing it, thank you, behind your neck. So it's going behind there, whereas before we were pushing forwards down onto our chest. We're going to release behind our neck. We'll try and see if you want to have a go at that one. So really open up that armpit, pull back and push, so your wrist pushes the hoop onto the back of your neck and catch.
I have a quick elbow hooping question.
Do it. Ask me.
Where on my arm? Is it closer to my elbow? Is it closer to my shoulder?
It's going to be, so on, get me arm out. So on your arm, I have, so it's like, I can feel it going around just below where my wrist is when it's turning, yeah? And it's not right on the end, so it's got enough of my elbow is in for it not to be flying off. Yeah? So if I show you, so it's there, like that. So if I'm doing that one, and just like that, yeah? Or if behind the head, I'm going to do, remember it's temperamental, it's like that. So I really send it. This part of the hoop is just above at the bottom of where my wrist is, and then I bring that behind and I kind of push that where my wrist is onto the back, which turns into the roll. Nice. Nearly. Yeah? And if we're going for the roll on the left, then just roll it actively, just kind of put it on and then take it off. And if we're rolling on the back, as I said, you want to use that bit of the hoop that's going around where your wrist kind of is, just below your wrist, and I bring my head forward, pull back, and then push that to go down there. And it is tricky, but yeah, just pull back, neck, and then push that bit with your wrist onto the back of your neck, and it will help you. got tons more, but we're not going to get through it. Nice. So yeah, you've got to adjust onto the one. Wee. There we go. I'll just do a little run through again. So we've just gone over the basic rolls. So we've talked about the 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and we've had it on our back, we've had it on our chest. We added in some hoop foolery by doing a little half turn. So just turning front to back using the same arm, rolling up as if we're going to go for a chest roll. As it comes to the point of where our shoulder is, doing that half turn, and that was quite bumpy because my arm was not straight, and catching in the same hand. So here we go again. That will do. There we go. Happy with that one. Good. And then we added in a matrix roll. So the thing we're going to do there is, instead of just doing the front to back, we're going to go for a full on all the way around, Michael Jackson style. So you get with the leg work. You're going to send it down one arm, but you're going to extend the other arm and catch it. Yeah. So we're going to go up and catch. Ta-da! We did a little flip. So rolling up our arm, and we're going to have our arm kind of in a zombie position, but not too much. It's at the side. It's not all the way up here because you've got to bring your arm up to flip it, so it's not going to work. So roll up, and then as the hoop rolls up, you're going to bring your arm out, up, and down and catch. So up, out, up, down. There we go. And you're going to kind of go with it. Don't try and slap it. Don't get into an altercation with it. Like, don't lower yourself to that level of getting angry with your hoop. Just be like, no, just nice and easy. Zombie arms, 2 zombie arms. Gonna roll on the inside, keeping our arms at an angle. I'm rolling at an angle, I'm not rolling up the way I was before. You can do it with just one arm to practice, and you will find it will roll up and it will skid onto your chest area. Simply add the other arm. That was not great. There we go. Yeah, so we've got that. Up, and then up, there we go. And we've done like a little break reversal down the same arm. We've done loads, yeah. So roll up, roll slightly at an angle, not like that, just slightly at an angle. Roll actively to that area. I'm not facing the hoop, yeah. I'm looking at it, yeah. So I am facing something, you know what I mean? My body isn't facing it, just my face is facing it. Gonna roll to that area. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it between your jawline and your shoulder. You're gonna bend your knees. It's gonna do a rotation. As it's coming upwards, you're gonna bring yourself up, opening your arm out, taking your head back, and because you've brought your arm out, your arm will be there and it will roll down it. So in real time, there we go, yeah? And remember, don't go Aussie with it, just go one with it. And elbows, we've looked at elbows. So we've rolled to one elbow, roll into the other elbow where you would normally extend your arm. You're not, you're gonna put your elbow in, making contact with the last bit of the hoop that goes past. So roll, look for that gap, get your arm in, actively pushing into it. There we go, magic. It's now on my non-dominant hand, pass over to my dominant hand. I'm gonna have my other arm ready to catch it. I'm gonna extend myself out, so I'm gonna pull my elbow, shoulder blades back, and then as the bulk of the hoop swings out to that side, to the right and to the top, I'm then gonna actively push it down onto the left arm and catch it. Then we did catching it on the same elbow. Hey, yeah? So you're gonna, as it rolls, you're gonna remove your arm, catching it on the last bit, pushing into it. Once you've got it here, you can't keep it here for too long. If you're gonna go behind your neck, You're going to pull it open again. You're going to pull your neck forward and you're going to launch weight. Very good. Do it again. So 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Last time. And like I said, the longer you keep it here, the more it's going to go off balance. So you just want to bring it up, pull back, and way. It rolled and didn't catch it, smashed a few things. The world continues to turn. It is a very difficult trick, that one, which you may be able to see. Any questions? Yes, lots of questions. If you want to ask me something, you can. I don't mind. We have gone over a lot of stuff, but the idea is you keep on revisiting, you come to lessons, we go over things, and the more you progress, the more we then move on from those things onto more things. So if you do want to ask something, please do. I don't mind. No? We're all good? That's enough for 1 week. Alright, cool. Have a good week as much as you can. Try not to go mad. Practice some rolls.